Hey, welcome to Las Vegas. My journey begins. To be clear, I've recorded what you're seeing now a little after 7 p.m. And this is me walking from the Uber drop-off at the Horseshoe to the exceptionally hot satellite room upstairs. Being a poker player, my overwhelming self-confidence and oversized ego virtually guaranteed I'd make my first $5,000 playing a $580 satellite. And not only that, my superior intelligence would allow me to hack going to the long ID verification lines at Paris by going to the less popular satellite cage. But that wouldn't be the case. I'm about to go up an escalator, and once I got upstairs, I was told I could only get my ID verified at Paris. So I had to go start all over, down the escalator that I haven't gone up yet, take a 6-minute walk over to Paris, stand in the lines, and after I was verified, it was the long walk back and up to the hot room to play the satellite. So I ended up hopping in just before 8:30, and to be honest, this satellite ended pretty quickly for me. Didn't even really get time to have my phone set up, so I'm going to quickly give you a rundown. In the brief time I was there, I actually picked up 3 quality hands. In my first 5 minutes with blinds 500, 1,000, 1,000, I lost half my stack folding the big blind and then calling 3K pre-flop with ace queen from the small blind and folding a jack high flop to 2 all-ins. The very next hand, I actually jammed with pocket queens, got called by 7-7, and built up my stack to 12K. 2 hands later, I picked up pocket 10s, shoved all my chips in the middle, and was called by the same guy who just had pocket 7s. This time, he had jacks, and my satellite was over in under 10 minutes. Money well spent. I got a free room at the Rio with a $50 resort fee, or I got a $50 room at the Rio. The room and view were surprisingly nice, but I'm still a little jealous at my friend Mark, who gets to stay free over at Paris with no resort fee. It doesn't seem too far away until you realize this little road here is the 12-lane Highway 15. That's okay, because today is day 1A of the $1,000 entry Millionaire Maker, and everybody's happy. Howdy.
Hi, good to see you.
Thank you. Including Daniel Negreanu's masseuse and Shelley Duvall lookalike, Crystal. Playing in this tournament means that in just 4 days, I'll have 1,000 times my entry fee, and I'll buy a big house and have all my friends and maybe even part-time poker pro Mike Reardon stay over for next year's WSOP for free at my house with no resort fee. And if you'd like to venture a guess on how long it takes to walk from the registration room in Paris to your table at the Horseshoe, leave an estimate in the comments below and I'll let you know how close you are. That's what 40,000 tournament chips look like after you folded the 500, 1,000 small and big blinds. This year, the WSOP is trying to crack down on recording at the table, and I don't want to upset anyone. As I understand it, they don't want you to record a majority of your hands, but if you record the all-ins after the action is complete, it's okay. This is my neighbor's pocket queens against ace king. He's looking pretty good on the flop. And now he's gone. He's quickly replaced by a new guy who's going all in nearly every hand. Everyone folds, so it's working out for him. But if I get anything but garbage, I was gonna call him. And 30 minutes later, that's just what I did. Come on, queen.
How about Queen Jack 8?
Oh yeah, Queen Jack 8.
Almost. You're almost right. Fuck.
Oh,
Now I'm mad. 4 hands, 2 busted tournaments, 2 Uber round trips, no Caesars comps, $1,580 total buy-ins. Now it's time to do what Alec Torelli and Phil Galfond tell you to do whenever things don't go right. Just stay level-headed and no, I'm going to do it my way. This town has taken my baseball team, my time, my happiness, my money, and now it's time to get even. I went down the street and emptied my wallet for the A's to lose to the Blue Jays. Then I found some more money in my wallet, and I bet that too. And I'm not going to do it at a Caesars property. I'm going to do it at the Venetian, and it's hot. So I'm going to walk through all the Caesars property casinos to use their air conditioning. How you like me now? So apparently the Venetian rents out their sportsbook to a third party called William Hill, and they don't let you sit down in the sportsbook unless you buy a drink. So Caesars isn't that bad after all. This is Mark and I at the Paris Sportsbook. The A's were on a 6-game losing streak, and these are my tickets. When the A's were down by 5, I hedged my bet the other way by betting the A's to lose by less than 5.5 runs, and won all the bets.
Thanks, John Fisher.
Mark's a Giants fan. When we went to dinner, I told him the A's have now lost 7 games in a row. And he told me, if you think that's interesting, the Giants games have hit the under 16 consecutive times. I told him that wasn't interesting. It was a sure thing. And I took $877 on the Giants under and $1,500 for the A's to lose the next day. That's the day the under hit and the A's lost.
Thanks, John Fisher.
But this is a poker vlog. It's day 1B of the Millionaire Maker. Okay, so I'm on the second break of the day. It's my first break because I registered and I entered the tournament after the first break. I have 67,000 chips. The average stack is 58,000. The starting stack was 40 early on. I got my aces beating kings all in pre-flop. It was right after a hand where I folded ace 6. And the next guy called with ace 8, and the flop was trip aces, so I would have gone either broke or really close to broke. Then I got my aces over kings to go the other way. A few hands after that, I had ace jack. I raised the 600, 1,200 blinds to 2,800. I got a call from the small blind. Flop was a 10 jack jack. Check, check. Turn was an ace. Even better. Check, check on the turn. He checked on the river. I bet 6,000. He folded. I got, 6,000 chips there. Right before the break, I had ace queen. The short stack went all in for 12,000. The guy before me, who was this button, he shoved. So if I would have called that one, I would have been here totally broke. But I'm not, and that's a good thing, and I'm going to go back in there with a slightly above average stack. Hope to make day 2. I want to get a bounty. I want to see what that's like. So I'm going to walk around for a half an hour. It's really hot out here. It's really cold inside Paris. Coming back from break, on the button, I folded until I got to the small blind, and I got into a strange hand. The blinds were 1,000, 1,500, and everybody before me called. We're actually playing a family pot. I looked down at 7 deuce. My first thought was, thanks. My next thought was, all right, who's limping with aces? I really didn't want to get involved, but with 500 chips to win a virtual jackpot, I figured, why not? The flop, deuce, deuce 4, rainbow. I checked my trips, middle position, bet 1,500, and the button raised to 4,500. Now I knew middle position made a mistake pre-flop, and I know I had him beat. But the button, the guy who just had ace king, he could very well also have a deuce, and there was a very good possibility his was better than mine. I called his raise cautiously with a 5,000 chip. The other guy folded, and the dealer had trouble making change. There was an ace on the turn, which actually helped my kicker problem. The button bet 11,000 after I checked, and I called with a 25K chip. Now, a lot of the dealers at the WSOP are new, and when she saw the 25K chip, she was confused whether it was a call or a raise. I mean, everyone at the table knew it was a call, but the dealer didn't. So there was a full minute while we all had to explain things to her, and then she peeled a river king. Okay, so now I have deuce, 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 ace, king. I checked again, ready to call anything, and the guy on the button says, this hand is just too crazy. I have a straight, I check, and turns over 3-5. So, with half my stack lost, I went card dead for the next hour. I think I called a small raise with a pocket pair, missed and folded. And with the blinds 1,500, 2,500, and under 20K chips, I shoved with ace 3. And it worked! Let's go! Next shuffle, I got fold equity, and I've got ace 9. I'm all in. Can I get it through? No! Am I ahead? I could possibly lose. No. Do I have a chance? Nice answer. Yes! Wait, I didn't win?
Oh no.
The World Series of Poker $600 Deep Stack, one of my favorite events. On my third shuffle, I limp under the gun with pocket kings, get called by under the gun +1, and get raised by middle position. I shove. Middle position calls. He has aces, and I'm out.